Greetings, Tetris citizens. It is your old pal Vandweller back with more classic Tetris Monthly Masters event for October 2025. Can you believe that it's October 2025 already? Like, what the heck? Why is it October of 2025? It doesn't make sense. We are too deep in the month. It's over. I mean, it feels like it already began. Just begun, I mean. Like, what? Why is this happening? Anyway, well, what we've got for you today is one apparently single solitary solo match between Wallbant and Cobra. The other round one opponent unfortunately had to withdraw, although not unfortunately for Wallbant. So Wallbant gets like a free pass into round two, so I guess that's good. I mean, do you want that? I guess you do. I don't know. We'll ask him. Wallbant, how do you feel that you got a free pass into round two? You feel good, or did you want to prove yourself against your round one opponent? We'll find out. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna be Wallbant versus Cobra. I guess I have to report that first match as a forfeit. So yeah, Wallbant versus Cobra. The winner of this will take on Eyeball in the round of 16. And that is all we're doing, that one single match, okay? Good, lucky me. All right, Wallbant feels good about it. Feels very lucky. Okay, so that's what we're doing. And then we have one other bracket tonight. That's going to be a Das Master, or match. It's actually just a single Das Masters match tonight, by the way. That's starting in 6 hours. It's going to be Jacobo versus Oscar. So make sure to join us for that as well. Anyway, that's all we got for you. If you want to take a look at the overall top 16 situation so we can see where we're at. We've already got 2 people into the top 16. Tetris time. Defeated Easy in round 2 to get here. We'll be taking on Pixel Andy. Akatu. He defeated Lucas. And we'll be taking on Dangler. And then we are about to see who will be taking on Eyeball. Okay. Let's take a look at our rules. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because it's only one match. And you don't get the privilege of hearing my whole thing unless there are 2 matches. But anyway, players, remember, level 18 starts all the way through level 39. Kill screen, score uncapped, same piece sets. They will be re-rolled. And if you do experience tech issues, just keep playing. The winner gets absolutely something, a share in a prize pool, which right now stands at $1,100.75. So thank you so much to our contributors for getting us halfway to our goal. Scott Gray got us a big way there. Madelsberger, our borrow. So thanks to y'all for getting us there. We still have 12 contribution codes, by the way, if you know what those are. So if you want to contribute to the prize pool or get us our free codes, use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. And that will bring up some links. The one that says Masters, that is the one. Click on that. In fact, I will bring it up for you myself right here. Use the Matcherino command. And there it is. The first link is the one for Masters. Click on that, and it'll be taken. It'll take you to our page with Matcherino for this tournament. Top right-hand corner is where you log in. You can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube account. Once you're in, a little orange button that says contribute. Click on that. That's where you can contribute. And we still have 12 codes remaining, so please help us out. I don't want to keep mentioning codes, but there they are. 12 codes. We get 50 of them, 12 left. And it's 25 cents every time that's clicked by a unique account. So remember, our prize pools are funded 100% by you, the viewers. So this prize pool gets as big as you want it to. Would love to get to $2,000. Our top 8 incentive. We can pay the top 8 instead of the top 4. That's good. All right, so that's how to support the players. To support the channel, A lot of different ways to do that. You can go to patreon.com/monthly Tetris. That's a good way to do it. It's where you can make an ongoing pledge of support, just like the people on this screen have done. Scott Gray, Jane the Window, K9, Tacky, Corporal, Shelby, Troy, Dan, Kim, M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kid, Javin T, Jason, Sunny, and Junior. Add Junior's name to the list as he has increased his level of support. So thank you, Junior. Yeah, and that is important because it keeps the channel going. And there would not be Classic Tetris Monthly anymore if it weren't for those of you who are supporting us in this way. There are other ways to support us. You can bring up the support command and find additional ways to support us, including, if you don't like Patreon, to make a recurring contribution. You can also do it via PayPal, and the link is there in the support command. So there you go. You've also got YouTube, Super Chat, Super Stickers, Super Thanks, Super Comments, Super this, Super that. Channel memberships, gift channel memberships. Over on Twitch, you got bits and subs and gift subs and Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime Gaming subs that you can use as well. Okay? Okay. Go ahead and bring over our friends Cobra and Wallbant. We'll get these going. We'll refresh Shrew on Cobbers. All right, let me get Cobra's camera all fixed up and ready to go. No stretch cam for Cobra anymore. All right, there's Cobra. Dallas Stars. I'm gonna change your shirt, Cobra. All right, players, I'm going to go ahead and drop you some pieces. You can warm up for another minute or so. But the pieces are here when you're ready. My OBS recently crashed and effed everything up, so I had to say goodbye to the stretch cam. Goodbye, stretch cam. Oh my God, I miss you so much. Also, why shouldn't I be wearing a hockey jersey? I'm playing a Canadian. Well, if you truly knew you were playing a Canadian, wouldn't you be calling it a hockey sweater? Don't they call it a hockey sweater? It's not a hockey jersey, right? Am I wrong about that? Hello, Crab Rangoon. I don't know, maybe some Canadian can tell us what you really call the shirt that you play hockey in. Oh, look at that. Wallbant. Please tell me, please. I want to know. I'm a nice person. You should tell me. You should tell me the secret. Okay, 1 minute. It's a sweater in Canada or anywhere else. Yeah, no worries, Cobras. Well, there you go, Cobra. You have learned. Jerseys in baseball, basketball, football, and baseball uniforms. Oh, wait. jerseys in basketball and football. Baseball has uniforms. Hockey has sweaters. They're called sweaters and not jerseys because when hockey games were played outdoors, the tops were actually sweaters. You just refuse to call them swatters? You refuse. Well, my goodness. That's it. He's holding out. It's Cobra against the world. (28E52B). Look at that. The padless controller. Wallbant he's got all these secret cheating controllers. What a controller cheater. Padless, modified dog bones. What the heck? How can Cobra win? We have all this cheating tech. All right, looks like both players are ready. CTM Masters event. It's actually round 2. Cobra versus Wallbant. The winner goes to the top 16 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I don't know why it's not letting me report this. Hello? Let me try one more time. Monthly Tetris. There we go. One more time. All right, there we go. On the left side of your screen, it is Cobra, seed number 11 from the United States of America. Cobra qualified into this tournament with a 1.412 million. That was the average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. That's right, the United States of America is where Cobra is from. Don't let that hockey sweater fool you. Cobra has reported an overall PB of 5.28 million. And if it were on the NES Tetris leaderboard spreadsheet, that would be good for the 15th spot on that list. He's also ranked 15 on the most recent Premier poll. That is a ranking of Tetris players in both DAS and open playstyle competition. You can find the full results over at, I have a hard time saying that, full results over at premierpoll.com. Premier has an E at the end for some reason. And how do we know Cobra? Well, we know Cobra for a lot of different reasons. For one, he is a 2-time CTWC gold bracket player, finished in the top 8 in 2025. He's the winner of the Boston 2 parody event. That was Fractal's Boston regional tournament. Also won a challenger circuit back in November of 2024. That is the last time that we held a challenger circuit, and Cobra was the winner of that one. He's also a 3-time Mega Masters player. He had his best year in that tournament this year as well, finishing in the top 16. You've seen Cobra in regionals in Houston, as well as that Boston one. You've seen him in Oklahoma. Seen him at the Lone Star CTM Live Championship, where he had a top 4 spot in 2024. And who can forget when he finished in 33rd to 40th place in the LOL Pog Cup in 2023. I will never forget that performance as well. So that is Cobra. On the right side, it is Wallbant. Wallbant qualified into seed number 22 with a 1.233 million. Wallbant is a Canadian. Don't tell anyone that Wallbant is a Canadian. we're trying to protect our Canadian friends here, and you know, I know there's a lot of you out there that are feuding with Canadians right now. You're really mad at Canadians, but I'm not. I'm pro-Canadian, okay? So just don't tell anyone else that Wallbant is a Canadian. 364 here for Wallbant, 424 for Cobra. Anyway, Wallbant, that seed number 22, got into round 2 because his round 1 opponent unfortunately had to forfeit. And so Wallbant gets an entry here. It's round 2 against Cobra. Wallbant has reported a PB of 1.702 million into the robot. Although that, too, is not on the NES Tetris leaderboard spreadsheet either. But if it were, it would be a top 58 scorer. Although I think his PB that's reported on that sheet is also 58th. Like, his new PB didn't get him anywhere higher on the list, so that's pretty cool. 414 for Wallbant, 494 for Cobra. And how do we know Wallbant? Well, we've seen Wallbant at various regional tournaments, really making the rounds of regionals. Played at the Northeast Regional most recently. Seen him at the Minnesota and Columbus and Philadelphia and Detroit and Boston regionals this year. He is a 3-time Futures Circuit winner and has also won a Hopeful Circuit. That was back in 2022. He is a 3-time CTWC Gold Bracket player. And a 3-time Mega Masters player. 637 for Cobra into 19. Huge 19 transition for Cobra. 541 for Wallbant. Not too bad either. But that is a huge transition there for Cobra in this game 1. Tetris for Wallbant, 616, 664 for Cobra, still on 19. Gonna Tetris into 20, 690. Evesy Lokenze did not play, or I don't know how to pronounce that name, but I just say Lokenze. But if it's pronounced some other way, I have no idea. Adam Kenobi on YouTube says, "Ya boy Adam is back." Wow, you've really got a personal brand there, Adam Kenobi. All right, 671 there for Wallbant, 744 for Cobra. And Wallbant up way high here. Of course, we are playing in the Masters event, so it is a open play style event. Both of these players rolling. Play style that took the Tetris world by storm in 2021 and allowed players to play much deeper in Tetris games than they previously had been able to. It laid to waste the so-called kill screen of level 29. Players now capable, some of them anyway, playing well past level 29 now. So we do have a level 39 super kill screen implemented. They will get 100 lines of that 29 speed when we get there at 230 lines. 852 for Wallbant, 930 for Cobra. Wallbant 6 lines ahead though. So about an 80,000 point lead for Cobra. He's going to get a Tetris 961. Tetris for Wallbant, 888 on 26. There's one for Cobra, 993 on 25. So he's just a few thousand points away from the max out. He's still on 25. And Dirty Tetris for Cobra, max out A28. Wallbant trying to get these 3 rows cleared, which he does. And a long bar gets over Tetris for Wallbant, 932 on 27. Tetris, Wallbant, 969. Cobra, A66. That A means 1 million points. Cobra. Oh, gets a nice bar for that dependency in the middle of the board. He's got a 1.1 million. Gets a Tetris B41. Wallbant is into 29 at about A40 something. Into level 29 now for Wallbant. Cobra still on 28. Tetris for Cobra B81. Oh my goodness. All right, Wallbant's stream was slowing down for a moment, so that was a weird moment for it to do that with those pieces. And Wallbant board climbing, and that is going to be a top out for Wallbant at B02. He's got the 1.1 million. Cobra is already good, though, because he's got a 1.2 million here on level 30. All right, the pieces are in chat. 33 BC F6. I'm going to refresh both the streams just to make sure that we are caught up. What is Wallbant 22? Oh, VSA DRN. Sorry, I didn't see the resub there at tier 1. Thank you, VSA. Appreciate that. Hello, Vandy. Hello, chat. Hello, VSA. And hello, Zempro. Okay, both players ready to go. Game. Oh, yep. Game 2 underway. Sorry, I almost fell out of my chair there. That was weird. All right, 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Game number 2. Starting off with the LIJ. So the winner of this match will move on to the top 16 to take on Eyeball. Wallbant looking to make it a Canada versus Canada match. Can we have a tournament where all seeds start with LOL? It's possible. You mean on purpose? No. But it might just happen by chance. I do like that idea, though, of tweaking the RNG so that L's and O's and L's happen twice as often. We'll just see what happens. Did Lokenze's match already happen? Lokenze was a forfeit, is my understanding. And oh no, Cobra is going to top out on level 18, 29 lines in at 121,000. Wonder what the line, wonder what the piece distro was like. And yeah, it wasn't for lack of bars. It was just skill issue. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. So, Wallbant, you are good. And you will tie it up. R1R208D12. All right, players are making travel plans in the chat. It's a good time and place to do it, I think. All right, both players on seed, both players ready. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3 virtually between Cobra and Wallbant. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we are underway. Cobra in the Dallas Stars hockey sweater. Are they good? Are the Dallas Stars any good? No idea. I live in Texas. I don't know hockey at all. Now, I grew up, kind of vaguely a Bruins fan because I'm from the Boston area. And, I would watch the Bruins when they were on. And this was a long time ago during the, Cam Neely and Ray Bourque era. 80s, 90s, that kind of thing. But I have not really cared a lick for hockey at all. And the Bruins just, retired the jersey number of some super long time legendary player, and I've never heard of the guy. I mean, that was how I really knew that I really don't know anything about hockey. When the only team that I would even remotely care about retired someone's jersey and I'd never heard of him. I just don't follow. Oh yeah, sorry. Sweater number. You're right. Sweater number. But yeah, I never heard of him. So that is how I probably will never become a hockey fan. I'm irredeemable. And I'm not a pretend fan either. It's not like I get activated during the playoffs and so I've been a fan the entire time. I should watch hockey, Vandy, says Crab Rangoon. I have, between baseball and Tetris, I've got my hands full. 281 for Wallbant, 281 for Cobra. Adam Kenobi says, the last time I went to a hockey game was in middle school when the Houston Aeros was still around. Is that like a minor league team? The last time I went to a hockey game had to be in college. It was it was minor league hockey. Oh, wait, no, that's not true. I've been to 2 hockey games. One was the Springfield Falcons versus the Worcester Ice Cats. That was back in college. And then I did go to whatever the Dallas Stars minor league team is here near Austin. I went there, but only because work was taking us, so they took us to a hockey game. .361 Cobra. This is going to be tough. Oh my goodness, these S's and Z's are exactly what he did not need. Oh no, and he's going to hang a bar on the right side. That is a top out for Cobra at 364. And Wallbant is good in game number 3. and goes up 2-1. The Texas Stars. Yeah, that must have been in like 2011. I think those are the only 2 hockey games I've been to. I think when I was a very little kid, I think I saw a Bruins game, but I don't remember it. Like I was probably like 6. Yeah, I don't like the fighting. For one thing. I mean, it's just stupid. You don't have to fight. All this hockey talk is distracting, Cobra. All right, no more hockey talk, guys. Why do they have to fight? Why is that even tolerated? Like, why would that? I mean, why would you fight? It doesn't make any sense. Why do they have to fight? I don't understand why they have to fight. Just play hockey. Like in every other sport, if you fight, you get you get suspended for a number of games. And in hockey, if you fight, you're like, I don't know, you become like the MVP or something. I don't get it. I don't know why fights are tolerated. Like it's an assault. 60087E. Thank you for the pin deck. Appreciate that. Like, I don't want to see people fighting. I want to see them engage in the sport. Anyway, it looks like both players are ready. Wallbant up 2-1 over Cobra. Let's get them started here in game number 4. I don't know what I'm missing. Like, what don't I understand about why fighting has to happen in hockey, but is not tolerated in any other sport? Except for, like, fighting sports, of course. All right, I said I wasn't going to talk about hockey anymore. And I've already exhausted everything I know about hockey, so. You get punished with 5 minutes of no playing. I mean, don't they have players on the roster that are there specifically just to fight? Like, isn't that their like whole thing? Oh, he's good at fighting, so we have him on our team. Why is that? Doesn't make any sense. 95,000 here for Cobra, 95 for Wallbant. All right, so Cobra looking to tie this one up. Force a deciding game 5. Players waiting for the bars to start appearing anytime now. And here they are. Both players going to Tetris. 193 for Cobra, 191 for Wallbant. The energy of a fight for a team is very useful. I mean, I don't get it. That's probably why, part of the reason why I just never took to it. 261 Cobra, 267 for Wallbant. It's just the hands. I mean, that's what I'm talking about there. You're saying, oh, it's just the hands. Like, why would there be rules in the rules about like specifically allowed fights? Like, here are the rules for fighting. You may do that. Like, what? $356 for Cobra, $358 for Wallbant. All right, Cobra, 403, 405 Wallbant. So close, very close between these two here in game number 4 so far. The idea is that you have the Enforcer to protect the top players on the team. If you went after Wayne Gretzky, the Goon would go after your top player. But what does go after mean? Like you block him or check him or whatever? I mean, just have penalties for that? And if the penalties aren't enough, have stiffer penalties? Like, I don't know. I guess it's not meant for me. $519 for Wallbant, $495 for Cobra. All right, Tetris Wallbant, 546, 522 for Cobra. All right, under 10 lines to go until level 19. Speed's gonna go up. Why don't we just have fights in Tetris? Like Jonas Cup, just start fighting. Like what's the difference? $617 for Wallbant, $616 for Cobra into 19. So good transitions for both of these players. Yeah, what two Tetris players do you most want to see throw down or throw fists or whatever you call it at Jonas Cup? Who do you want to see fight each other at the next CTWC live event? $692 for Cobra, $678 for Wallbant. Scooty and Zro? Oh my goodness. I think Scooty's like too old to have a fight with a kid that old. That young. There's a dirty for Cobra, 728. There's one for Wallbant, 789. Kingsman versus Burb. Oh my god, Burb would get destroyed. Jeff versus Kingsman. Kingsman would get destroyed. Doesn't Jeff do like MMA? He like does Brazilian jiu-jitsu stuff. Tetris for Wallbant, 855, 817 for Cobra. Pixelanian Dog, of course. Any fight with Alex would be crazy. Yeah, I feel like Alex probably got some crazy fight energy. All right, we should probably not be encouraging our young Tetris players to be fighting each other. Please do not fight each other. Thank you. 983 for Wallbant, 942 for Cobra. Like, oh, you did a buko spin on me? And then you just jump up and shove him around. All right, Tetris Cobra A24, Wallbant at A30. Both players with max outs. They're both on 27. They've been very close the entire way. I'd like to see anyone versus Ryan Ambergy. BO2 here for Wallbant, A67 for Cobra. I kid, of course. I'm just joking. That's a joke. All right, Wallbant here on 29, B49. BO5 for Cobra into 29. The Wallbant right now with a lead, also ahead by about 9 lines. All right, Wallbant going to execute a tuck here. Vandy versus Scooty. I'd get crushed. What a big wuss. All right, Wallbant trying to bring this down, trying to open up that right side, chopping it down. Cobra kind of doing the same. Wallbant with a 46,000 point lead, trying to get Tetris ready again. All right, Cobra. A triple here, B55, B95 for Wallbant, who's maintaining his lead. By the time we get to 39, if we do, it'll be less than a Tetris lead. All right, Wallbant trying to get set up and gets it. Tetris C46. Cobra at B84. He's back by 80,000 points. Wallbant gets a triple at C75. Cobra is set up and gets a dirty C. Is that a dirty or is that a triple? C35 for Cobra, D21 for Wallbant. The left side for Wallbant is tough and he needs a bar like right now, and it is not coming. And he is going to top out at D21. The target for Cobra is, it doesn't matter because Cobra gets a Tetris and leaps past Wallbant right then and there. So Cobra going to take game number 4 and tie it up, and we are heading to a decider. Fractal versus Sharky. Ooh, who would win a fight? Maybe we need to do a bracket where people vote and say who would win in a fight. All right, it is decider time. Players, if you need a moment, you can take it, but the pieces are here. Who would win in a fight, Vandy versus Kingsman? I think Kingsman would win. Kingsman's got all those... Like, I don't know if Kingsman seems like a guy who's like... When no one's looking, he's like practicing wrestling moves in the basement. He's also a couple years younger than me. It is kind of weird how, with all the people making Tetris, their own little Tetris events and friendlies things and deathmatch style things, that nobody's made Tetris Fight Club yet. Does that exist? Tetris Fight Club? Someone go make that. All right, looks like both players are ready. D6D961. But, you're not going to real fight. You're going to play Tetris. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's get him started. This is it. This one game decides who goes to the top 16. Cobra versus Wallbant in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Deck would tell me if there was a fight club, but that would be breaking rule number 1. True. Super Kai says, has anyone ever wondered what the DAS Super Kill Screen line record is? Has anyone ever wondered? Have they wondered? Has anyone ever wondered? Jens says, are CTM Masters top 32 now? Yes, they are. Yeah, I don't know. How would you even do? I mean, go start a game on 39 and play DAS and see what you can get. I mean, you can't even get a piece like, you can get your first opening piece over on like a 39 start just because it lets you. But how would you even get anything over? Like, now if you allow like 9 hertz or 10 hertz tapping or something, I don't know. All right, now I've wondered. See, I started by making fun of you, and now I'm wondering. 121 for Cobra, 193 for Wallbant. Yeah, Masters has been 32 players since the beginning of this year. We started that. We tested it in DAS Masters starting in October of last year. And then we implemented it in Masters starting in January. Trying to get some more streams and also try to give, people the opportunity to make it to the, to the top half of the, to the top 16. Just, those who did not qualify in the top 16, right? Because you could have a bad qual, that kind of thing. So pluses and minuses. I mean, the minus is that there's no longer a tournament for those 33 through, 17 through 32 seeds, I guess. Yeah, 17 through 33, where there used to be one, so they could get like practice in a finals and, I don't know, just win some tournaments. It feels nice to win tournaments, but I think that was, if I remember correctly, that was Cobra's argument, which I am totally sensitive to, but on the other hand, I think it's been good overall, the move to 32. 262 for Cobra, 344 for Wallbant. All right, Wallbant ahead by 60,000 points. Cobra gets a Tetris. Wallbant gets a Tetris. This is a deciding game 5. By the way, if you're watching right now, we still have contribution codes left in the Matcherino. How many left? 12. We haven't done a single one during the stream. So if you're watching right now and you have the ability to go over to Matcherino, click on the link. I'm putting it in chat. And go ahead and at least do the contribution codes, because I just am tired of I'm tired of bringing them up. And once they're done, I never have to mention them. At least for the rest of the month. All right, thank you. They're getting done. McMonkey. Appreciate that. $473 Wallbant, $459 for Cobra. How are the matches going? They are going well. Deathmasters has been very exciting. Kind of low numbers in terms of turnout for people watching, but they've been really fun matches. And I love seeing, it gives an opportunity for new people to sort of enter the CTM cinematic universe. Wallbant 572, 489 for Cobra. There's the S-spin for Wallbant. Going to set up for another. Cobra gets it. There's one Wallbant. Wallbant still with about a 60,000 point lead. Oh, well, Cobra's S-piece on the left side did not get all the way over, so that is going to slow him down a bit. He's going to try to find a way to start bringing that down. All right, he's starting to bring it down now. It goes up, it goes down. All right, those contribution codes getting done. Appreciate that, folks. 8 remaining. So McMonkey, Adam C, Whoops, and Luke H. You've all done codes. Thank you. 651 for Cobra, 705 Wallbant. Wallbant gets the Tetris. Whoops has contributed $5 to the prize pool. Thank you, Whoops. Appreciate that. We're up to 1106. 744 for Cobra, 798 Wallbant. Wallbant gonna get another Tetris. Cobra on the left well gets it. All right, VSA, you did one. Thank you. 846 for Wallbant, 822 for Cobra. So the match tightening a little bit. As Wallbant is digging, Cobra is clean. All right, Chris W., thank you. It's going to allow Cobra to get into the lead. And Tetris for Cobra, 930. Thank you for not saying my last name, Vandy, LOL. All right, Adam. Thank you. 944, Cobra into 29. 905 for Wallbant, who is led pretty much the entire way until about 20 lines ago. Gets a Tetris, 948. Huckax, thank you. 954 for Wallbant. 971. But a Tetris for Cobra. He's got the max out on 31. Wallbant's board climbing, trying to bring it down, gets a bar all the way to that left side. Wallbant fighting this board down. Oh no, that L to the left is going to be fatal, and that is going to be a top out for Wallbant. And Cobra was in the process of topping out as well, but Cobra was ahead and will come from behind in this match and advance to the round of 16. Wallbant, you played great. Wasn't enough today. It's Cobra. Cobra was here wearing that sweater. And another chapter in the USA versus Canada saga has been written. Cobra, GG's to you. Wallbant, hope to see you again. Good luck at Jonas Cup. Go ahead and report this and show y'all the bracket. Cobra 3, Wallbant 2, monthly Tetris. VSA with the $20 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you so much, VSA. Really appreciate that. Says good luck. Thank you, VSA. That's very nice of you. Okay. Where are we? Is that it? No, that's it. The refresh. The refresh is a... Okay, so here we go. There it is. Eyeball will be taking on Cobra. That is the thing. Here's the round of 16, it looks like. Well, I got to refresh again. Should we just refresh everything? There it is. All right, 3 of our top 16 spots have been filled in by Akatu, Tetris Time, and Eyeball. Join us in about 5 hours, well, exactly 5 hours, for a single Mega Dasters match. It's going to be Jacobo versus Oscar. The winner of that will move on to the round of 32. Tomorrow, we've got some matches for you. We've got Mega Dasters Aquamarine. That's going to be Chrissy versus Maisie, winner versus Hana. And then pretty much right after that, a single match, Merker versus Salted Sofa Mega Dasters. That'll be a good one. We've got 2. What do we got? Oh, yeah. Then we got Masters Yellow Bracket, Crab Rangoon versus Paco is Taco. That sounds delicious. Taco and Crab Rangoon. The winner is going to take on Tristop. And then pretty much right after that, a Mega Dasters match with Jordan versus Maestro. So there's a lot going on tomorrow. So make sure you join me for that. And thanks to everybody who contributed to the channel during this short stream. VSA Dart, you are the one. Thanks for the Twitch sub. Appreciate that. Wow. Patron, Scott Gray, Jane, the Window, K9, Techie, Corporal Shelby, Troy, Dan, Kim, Emerald, Potato, Cat Kid, Javan T, Jason, Sunny, and Junior. Thank you so much for your support, as well as everybody else on this slide. Patreon.com/monthly. Tetris make an ongoing pledge of support. Thank you. Prize pool, we are up to 1127. We had contributions from VSA, from Whoops, and a bunch of contribution codes. 5 left. If you want to jump in there real quick and do it, that would be great. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. See you all in 5 hours. Have a great rest of the day if I don't see you. Take care. Bye-bye, YouTube and Twitch. Beautiful Twitch. It's just you and me. Well, you and I should say. It's just you and I, the predicate nominative, right? How deep are we into this match? Let's go watch GB Toast doing a hopeful circuit match. What's up, Burbia? All right. Thanks, everyone. See you guys later. Enjoy a Hopefuls match. Yeah, Hopefuls is back. Maybe Challengers will come back. Who knows? All right. Bye-bye.
For a moment in time, we were tied, but we are still neck and neck. 96,000 for Nima, 95,000 for Kochira, and Classic Tetris Monthly has joined the chat, rating us after their stream. That was Cobra v. Wallbant that I remember seeing before. Thank y'all for coming out. This is Hopeful Circuit. It is Nima. It is Kochira. We're in game number 3. Nima saluting the crowd as we continue this game on.